What's up? Welcome to the Vegas Benchwarmer channel. This is the Benchwarmer podcast. My name is Eric. He hate me 702, and the man that is rocking two different teams. You got a Golden Knights jersey on?
Yeah, I got it for $50.
Holy shit! I just realized that.
I was like, screw it. That's a Vegas Benchwarmers podcast. I'm not in Vegas, but might as well show.
Where the fuck did you get that for $50?
Thank you.
Yeah, I think
Did
it
you
was
go to DH Gate? Was it on DH Gate?
No. What the fuck is that? It's like one of those like bullshit Facebook Marketplace ones that you can do online.
Crazy.
I forgot the name of it, but Calder Rock out in Connecticut.
And down below, with the Raiders in the background,
with a G,
who's going to Seattle this week? He is actively choosing. He is actively choosing to go to the cold.
Dude, I'm supposed to be getting 10 inches of snow tomorrow.
I didn't think about that when I booked it.
I got one.
Clear, I was thinking about that when I booked it.
I know you didn't think about that. I think about that all the time now. I'm gonna put some pictures in the Discord, Calderock, to show you where I was at.
Okay. For the comment for Twitch, we stream every Saturday.
Yeah, every Saturday. What's up, Vince? Welcome, buddy. You doing great things. Great things.
Oh, you were covered in snow.
Yeah. 1 foot of snow on Thursday night.
But tomorrow we're supposed to be getting like 6 to 10.
Yeah. It was cool. I walked outside in it while it was snowing. It was really cool. It was beautiful. And then huh?
Not lying.
No, it was. I was talking on the phone with Alyssa and my dad. It's beautiful when it's falling and it's fresh.
Eric, you don't have to lie to kick it.
But that next morning, oh my God, it was freezing. It took me. Oh, and the picture, the white car picture, that's my rental car. But it was still snowing. It was still snowing the rest of the night. So I had to get up and clear that.
So over here, Thursday, it snowed and then immediately turned to ice in like 2 seconds.
It turned to ice in the morning. When I woke up in the morning, it was basically ice. All right, let's get into this. We are early today because I have to go to work on a Saturday because people can't work on their schedules. I'm so irritated right now about that. So we got about 45, 50 minutes before we have to get off, and I have to finish getting dressed.
Nah.
I am wearing Chiefs gear. It's a Chiefs jacket. I just know I got to go to work right afterwards. That's why there's no hat. Y'all get to laugh at my big-ass forehead today. So what'd you say, Jeremy?
So you're wearing baby clothes.
Yeah, I'm wearing baby clothes. That's okay. I need these babies to win.
All right, so
all you need is a pacifier.
Let's start it off with the NFL award. You know what? First, we'll do some quick takes. You guys see who got into the Hall of Fame?
Sterling Sharp,
Aaron Allen, Antonio Gates, and who was the other dude?
Jared Allen.
No, Jared Allen. Eric somebody. Eric somebody.
Eric Allen and Jared Allen.
Yeah, Eric Allen and Jared Allen. I thought I messed those two up. So Eric Allen, Jared Allen, Sterling Sharp, and Antonio Gates. What were your guys' thoughts on that?
Well, cool.
Basically.
That's really it. I mean, what, the Sharps get to be the first brothers in the Hall of Fame? That's cool.
Are they?
I'm glad to see another Raider in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, with Eric Allen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jared Allen used to be a Chief, so I'm okay with that. Granted, he went to the Vikings.
He's known for the Vikings.
Yeah, I just don't know what he's asking that question.
Okay. He's known for the Vikings. Remember, he was on the Panthers too.
Eli did not get in. Any thoughts on that?
Deservedly so.
He was a career 500.
I agree. I do not think he should get in. If it sounds weird, but if he didn't beat Tom Brady and stop the undefeated season, nobody would care.
He'll probably get in on his last chance to get in, but
he is
most likely.
But I don't understand how people are talking about he deserves to get in. I'm like, he literally is a career average quarterback in every sense of the word and had 2 good playoff runs.
That's pretty much it. He's not doing anything special, unfortunately.
And in those playoff runs, yes, we do remember the pass to David Tyree, but defense won those games.
Yeah.
All right.
That doesn't really bother me. Whatever.
Yeah. NFL awards. Comeback player of the year. We're going to start with that. Jeremy, go ahead. What are your thoughts on the comeback?
I mean,
player
at least he came back from something. Like he didn't come back from fucking sucking.
I was gonna say, I feel like we make that award
7
more
games
special.
the previous year. He
True.
ended the season missing 7 games, and he came back from an injury. And I mean,
with a
it's not
rich,
and he was a starter, and it's not like he didn't just come back from fucking riding the bench and being a little bitch. Like, at least it actually went to somebody who came back from something.
yes, much better pick than Sam Darnold. Much better pick.
What do you think about them doing this stupid award?
How the fuck was DeMar Hamlin on the fucking list?
I was waiting for
How
that
was he fucking nominated?
because he's gonna be nominated for the next 10 years.
He came back from dying.
Two
Did he
years
though?
ago.
Did he? I'm not.
I mean,
Did he die?
he had
Did
what?
he technically die on the field?
And he
Or
still
do we
didn't.
just-
He
Do
still
we,
hasn't
we
come
don't
back.
even, do we just have a whole bunch of players running with that story?
And he wasn't a starter until the starter ended up going out, and then he became a starter.
And he got cooked. So yeah, I'm not sure on that. I'm not sure on that one. That one was a little funny to me. What are your thoughts on MVP with Josh Allen?
How did Lamar Jackson get first team and not the MVP?
Exactly.
Yeah, a buddy of mine texted me like, "How the hell did that happen?"
And it's the same voters.
Because so somebody broke it down, and it was Dan Orlowski. He broke it down about. Fuck, we only got like 45 minutes.
So stop talking about the time.
No,
Talk
I'm
about it.
talking. NR just texted me. He's actually doing coverage on the Super Bowl right now.
You mean the guy who's in the crowd right now?
What's up?
Yeah, and I was like, hey, NR, we only got like 45 minutes because I got to get to work. So yeah, today I would love to have you on, but today would not be a good day because we're not going to get to experience you talking about your experience at the Super Bowl, because I think he landed Friday. So
Yeah, I saw the pictures.
yeah, otherwise I would 100% say yes, but I have to go to work I have to get off in 45 minutes. So so Dan Orlowski basically said that he voted for Josh Allen All-Pro, Lamar first team All-Pro, and Josh Allen MVP because Lamar had a better season, but Josh Allen was more valuable to his team.
But Saquon was more valuable to the Eagles.
Yeah, so I think that's one of those everybody gets a participation.
So if that's the case, then Saquon should have won MVP.
Yeah. So he landed on, so it's a participation award. Everybody's getting participations. It's basically like Josh Allen he's good, but he hasn't won anything. So let's give this to him instead of giving it to Lamar again.
Lamar hasn't won anything either, though, in his first.
Yeah, but Lamar's got 2 MVPs.
Based off of Dan Orlovsky's comment,
or 3.
And he should have voted for Saquon Barkley.
Well, Dan Orlowski's an idiot. We know this.
Because Saquon Barkley was the most valuable player to his team.
That's what I just said like a minute ago.
Like,
he's the most valuable player to the whole entire league right now. Like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Patrick Mahomes. But to have that story where you literally have John Morrow saying, I hope he doesn't go to the Eagles. I'm going to not be able to sleep. You have the GM son in the back saying, sign Saquon Barkley and get Jaden Daniels. Like that, the league is loving his story right now. The NFL is absolutely loving his story. I wish they would have just given him MVP. That'd have been so awesome.
Why should have gone to Sam Darnold?
No. We're not doing that, Anthony. We're not doing that, Anthony. No. Nice try, buddy. Nope, not doing this. Not doing that one.
Sam Darnold fucking sucked and rode the fucking bench the fucking season before.
Sam Darnold collapsed in the 2 biggest games of his life. That's what we know.
The fuck did he
He
come
didn't
back
win the
from?
most
He didn't come back
Booster
for
Award
fucking
for that.
anything.
Well, technically, I mean, he's never been good. So to be comeback and player of the year, in my opinion, at some point in time, you've had to have been good.
What, Sam Darnold had 2 good weeks with the Panthers?
I think in that scenario, Jameis Winston should get it just for his interviews.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also gonna say another thing that I hate is hold on, wait, who was? Oh yeah, so you got offensive player of the year, which is Saquon. So I'm
Yeah.
just MVP is an offensive player, doesn't go to him. First All Pro quarterback doesn't get the MVP, and then the offensive player of the year doesn't get the MVP, even though he's the most valuable to his team.
Yeah, these awards make no sense.
They make no fucking sense, dude. They make no sense.
The MVP is obviously a quarterback award now. That's pretty much it.
And so the offensive player is going to be a non-quarterback award. That's what it's seeming like. It's, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it should just be called DEI awards.
Oh my god,
dude! Oh my god! I saw a video when we get to the NBA trade that works so well.
He hasn't won the MVP, so let's give it to him.
Kevin Conley got Coach of the Year for Minnesota. I'm okay with that. Are you guys okay with that?
Yeah. Just as a heads up, the last quarterback to win OPOY was Patrick Mahomes in 2018.
Okay. When he went
and he won the MVP that year.
He went for 50 and 5. That's why. 50 touchdowns, 5,000 yards.
And then Matt Ryan won OPOY his MVP, and same with Cam Newton.
Yeah, but so seriously, in what, 7 years, there has not been an OPOI winner that was a quarterback, but all the MVPs have been quarterbacks. So Kevin O'Connell got Coach of the Year. Jarrett Verse got Defensive Rookie of the Year. Joe Burrow, comeback player. Saquon, offensive. Patrick Surtain got Defensive Player of the Year. What are your thoughts on that?
He's a great player.
But was he that good?
Who else would we pick?
Was he that good of a DB?
Well, let's take a look. Let's do a stat dive real quick.
To get Defensive Player of the Year?
Well, who else was in the running?
So he surrendered the fewest yards of anyone at his position. Allowed the second lowest passer rating when targeted. Lowest expected points added per target. He had 4 interceptions. And led the league in interception yards. I don't know.
But again, who would you have picked to be DPOY? Are you going to go Trey Hendrickson because he has 17 sacks? Kirby Joseph had 9 interceptions. Xavier McKinney had 8 interceptions.
Probably somebody who played all 17 games.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. That's a tough one. Because Trey Henderson, you could. What did Myles Garrett have?
Myles Garrett, I don't even think played that much this year.
But
he had 14 sacks.
How many games did he play?
I'll play you in 1 second. Stats. He played 17 games this season, actually. Never mind. I thought he got hurt.
Yeah, there's never been a time when I watched both of the Broncos game and said I'm scared of Patrick Surtain. It's not like Revis Island. It's like, it's so unimpressive to me that somebody has 4 picks for a whole entire season of 17 games.
2 of them came against the Raiders in 1 game.
That's just not impressive to me. Like, our standards for
defense. Joseph had 9 interceptions. He's got no forced fumbles, unfortunately. So, I mean, he's only got the interceptions. And didn't they give it to Deron Bland last year? No, they didn't. Who was DPOY last year?
I'm looking up right now Defensive Player of the Year history.
And it gave me NBA. I want NFL, please.
There we go.
Last year, it was Myles Garrett.
Yeah, Nick Bosa, TJ Watt, Aaron Donald. Okay, so Stephen Gilmore won it in 2019, right? Let's look at his stats for 2019. Thank you, Google, for telling me that I visit sites often. That's kind of weird.
In 2019, he played all 16 games. He had a
6
combined
interceptions,
53.
2 touchdowns,
Yeah.
20 pass defense,
53 tackles,
which was 8 more than.
and a fumble recovery. Like Patrick Surtain's stats, they're just, even seeing him on the field is just not impressive for a cornerback. Like I don't think people are scared of him. I don't know. He doesn't match up on their best receiver. I can tell you this right now. So I'm not sure on that one. That one's a little weird to me.
All right, well. Again, I don't get these award picks sometimes. I don't try to understand them.
Jaden Daniels, Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Yep.
Said on this podcast that Jaden Daniels would be better than Caleb Williams. Just letting y'all know.
We all did.
We all did. That's what I'm saying. We knew it. Okay. Now these words get stupid. When the fuck did they get an Assistant Coach of the Year?
I think that was a few years ago.
When they wanted to lick Ben Johnson's nuts.
I think that's
Well,
exactly
Ben Johnson got it.
Good for him.
But you know what? We'll just get off that. I don't even care. Don't even care.
Wait, what's the other award? I
That's
didn't
it.
watch it.
That was the last award.
Last one was Assistant Coach of the Year.
No one cares about that. They just want a reason to give Ben Johnson an award before he falls off a bridge.
Basically.
Although
Right.
it might be different in Chicago. The owner died.
That's what Raiders fans said when Al Davis died.
That is not what they said when Al Davis died.
Well, that's what I said. When Al Davis
That's not what. That's what you said when Al
That's
Davis
what
died.
I said that. I don't know about anybody else.
I think they're waiting for the other Davis to fall.
No, I know there were Raider fans that said that. I know there was Raider fans that said that.
You should see them on Twitter crying because people are saying that the owner died, so now they may be good.
Chicago Bears fans?
Yeah. No, people, football fans are saying it, and there's people on there crying because.
So it might not have been Raiders fans.
Today is a day to celebrate the 102-year-old fucking bag of bones that. Whatever.
Did they send her death threats?
All right. So we have let's just get into the big trade. Okay, first before we get into big trade, let's talk about something real quick. Did y'all hear this shit with Canelo?
Canelo and Jake Paul.
I heard they're
Yeah.
fighting.
Huh?
They gonna fight.
On May 3rd in Las Vegas.
So Terrence Crawford and Canelo were all but done. On Thursday, on like 2 days before I saw this news, it was literally saying they're signing the contract. Remember, I thought it was done a while ago. Something happened, and I woke up Thursday morning, Friday morning, whatever, and looked at Bleacher Report and said, "What the fuck is this?" Yeah. So they're supposed to be fighting at 200 pounds.
They were saying Canelo
the fight fell apart. So it fell apart again. So the fight just fell apart because Jake Paul says that Canelo Alvarez is too money hungry.
Is it that, or he just doesn't want to get punched in the face?
Because Jake Paul knows he's going to lose.
Yeah, so Jake Paul says he signed the
Jake
contract.
Paul doesn't want to pay the better fighter. That's the problem.
Jake Paul says he signed the contract. Jake Paul calls Alvarez bitch with herpes after fight was called off. Jake Paul said he had signed the contract. And basically Canelo did not because Canelo wants too much money. So I don't know what the fuck is going on with Canelo right now. You had two fights. immediately worked. Up until last night, it seemed like the deal was done for Jake Paul and Canelo Alvarez for Cinco de Mayo. Instead of facing Paul, and Alvarez may take a tune-up.
He nixed the Paul fight, signs Riyadh deal, Crawford back on.
I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I don't know, but I'm just shocked Paul's trying to do this.
I'm not shocked. He's been calling out Canelo forever.
Yeah, never mind. I don't keep up with him, unfortunately, because I don't care.
Yeah,
about
so my thing is, he knows he's going to get his ass whooped. But if he just survives, that's a win for him.
Here's the stipulation where I don't blame Canelo for nixing Jake Paul, because fuck Jake Paul. Jake Paul can go eat a bag of dicks. But Riyadh told Canelo if he proceeded with the planned fight with Paul, his lucrative, previously agreed upon 3-fight deal with Riyadh season was off the table.
Oh,
there it is.
There it is. Because the Saudis were going to pay him money.
Take the big fight.
He knows with the Saudis, where Jake Paul, he might make a good amount of money for that fight. But he knows
Saudi Arabia, he's making more money than with fucking
exactly.
Yeah, the Saudis always pay more.
The Saudis is throwing that shit out. They throwing it back.
I mean, the Saudis are going to put like the PGA out of freaking business at some point.
Okay. Luka is traded.
And they added a 4th fight to the deal.
I saw that. I just saw that. Yeah. Luka has been traded. So
why were they even shopping him? That makes no sense.
They didn't shop him.
They didn't. They talked to one team.
Yeah, the Lakers. They just wanted
Nico Harrison and Rob Pelinka have ties from back when Nico Harrison was at Nike, and Rob Pelinka was Kobe's agent. The Cowboys guy, Cowboys Magruder, whatever, called Nico Harrison a DEI hire. But so basically, they were at lunch and they started talking about it. The Mavs.
After seeing that trade, I'd have to agree with that statement.
Yeah, what the fuck was this trade? No,
the Mavs
world.
What the Mavs said was, now it all comes down to a couple things. Now they have been slandering Luka since they traded him. It's so bad that Luka's dad is cussing people out in fucking whatever his language is. He's cussing people out, and if he's talking American, he's got a heavy accent, right? He's like, "Y'all slander my son. This shit's not true." There's rumors that he ballooned up to 260 pounds.
But he's 6'6", 260 and 6'6" isn't that big.
I know. There's rumors that he will not take cardio seriously. Defensively, he is a liability. We saw that in the finals. They actively hunted him out.
They wouldn't have been in the finals without him.
I know that. There's also rumors that when he was there with Mark Cuban let him run the show, and Nico Harrison started taking that back, and there was issues there. And there's the biggest rumor is they don't want to pay him.
So Draymond, I don't know if you saw Draymond's podcast.
No.
But he said he believes the reason he was traded and the reason you're going to start seeing a lot more trades is because of the new CBA that they signed. Yep. He said the new CBA sucks because that second tier is going to get a lot of people traded.
Oh, yeah.
Teams aren't going to want to pay that second tier luxury tax.
Yep. You're 100% right. But they weren't paying it.
Because they said that max contract would have put them at the second tier.
Yeah, but they could have still reworked Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving has a player option this offseason.
Mm.
Yeah, but Kyrie Irving probably wouldn't have went for that.
No, but Kyrie Irving literally has a player option this offseason. So the way the deal could have been, they trust me, teams find money. You don't trade a 25-year-old fucking superstar like this. But this is the worst part about the trade to me. They cost this man over $100 million.
Who, Luka?
Because
he's no longer eligible for the
Supermax, which was 5 years, 350. He's only eligible now for like 5 years, 244. It's ridiculous. I went on the Fun Guys podcast on Tuesday, the Fun Sports Guy with Matt and Shots from the Sideline, and we were talking about the trade. Now, I can make a debate if you take the name away. If you take his name away, it doesn't seem that bad. But the issue that you have is you may have just pissed him off. And if you piss this dude off and he got in shape, and he granted he's not good on cardio.
But 6'6", 260 is not out of shape.
Yeah, but 6'6" and a soft 260 in the NBA is out of shape. So like Zion Williamson is
how was Shaq any good? He was then Shaq was considered fucking out of shape like a
motherfucker. Yeah, and Kobe Bryant literally cussed him out for it. Kobe Bryant literally cussed him out for it. Kobe Bryant has said multiple times if Shaq would came into the season in fucking shape, they would have dominated. But Phil Jackson told Shaq to go and rest your body because he was a big man. Go rest your body. Use the regular season to get your body in game shape so you're ready for the playoffs because we don't care about the regular season. Yes, Shaq, everybody knows. There's multiple times that Shaq has had to buckle the fuck down and get on regimens and do amazing for them to win championships. Young Shaq is not the same as old Shaq. Orlando Magic Shaq is not the same as LA Shaq. Two totally different body sizes. LA Shaq, he was all the movies and everything getting overweight. Then he buckled down and they won 3 championships. And then he went back to doing what he was doing.
For them to sit here and say he ballooned up to 260. Bitch, he's 6'6".
Yes, now.
What fucking balloon is that? Like, that's one of them fucking balloons they make animals out of.
But the issue that you have is it's a very similar Zion problem where you're soft or you're carrying a lot of weight. It's soft. Your body's not meant for it because you're not in NBA game shape, and soft tissue injuries continue to linger. Very similar to the Zion issue. So I'm not saying that they should trade him. I'm saying if we're looking at it from that way, he's only played 22 games this season with a hamstring injury. So as they start getting same thing, the Pelicans are dealing with this with Zion because he won't get in shape.
I think the Pelicans gave up
Brandon Ingram. So dumb trade. They could have gotten way more. Damian Lillard went for 3 picks. Kevin Durant
1 pick, AD, and what, Max Christie?
And yeah, but now in every trade that you have that we've had recently in the last 3 years, this might be the only trade where you get an all-pro or an all-NBA player for another all-NBA player. Because granted, we could talk shit about Anthony Davis, but he is an all-NBA player.
No, he is. I'm not saying anything about his talent.
Like Damian Lillard, they didn't get shit for him. They got Malcolm Brogdon. So you look at what they just gave up for Jimmy Butler, Andrew Wiggins. That's not an all-pro. All-NBA. Granted, the Kings gave up Fox and got Zach LaVine. So you could, there. But, I mean, Bulls got nobody. Most of the time, you don't get market value for these superstars, and you're waiting for draft picks. And you want the draft picks, but unless you're the fucking OKC Thunder, draft picks really don't mean a lot to a lot of teams. Tell me, I mean, I don't know how good the Mavericks have been with drafts. They haven't been bad because they drafted Brunson. So, but that was Mark Cuban, not Nico Harrison, the DEI hire.
Yeah, I was going to say, Mark Cuban's not really part of team operations anymore.
No, he sold most of it.
Mm-hmm.
Only $244 million. Butler was traded. Jimmy Butler. This is an interesting trade, though, because there's a lot of moving pieces in here. So, first of all, Butler wanted to go to the Suns, right? He wanted to be traded to the Suns. He wanted to play with Kevin Durant. But because the Wizards, when they signed Bradley Beal a couple years ago, gave Bradley Beal a no-trade clause, which no teams get now. No players get. Players rarely get that. LeBron gets it, but most players don't get a no-trade clause anymore because of this factor. They can't trade. They could not trade Bradley Beal to get extra pieces to trade to Miami. Bradley Beal did not want to go to Miami, so they could not find a trade partner to trade Bradley Beal to get pieces that they could give to Miami and draft picks. because Bradley Beal held all the cards. So Jimmy Butler could not go to Miami. The Warriors called and tried to trade for Durant, and there was a trade that was in place and agreed upon that would have sent Jimmy Butler to the Suns, Kevin Durant to the Warriors, and like Andrew Wiggins and everybody to the Miami Heat. And Durant nixed the trade. He said, fuck y'all. I don't want to go back to the Warriors. Fuck y'all, bitches. I've been through that shit.
He was like, I don't want to come back.
Because again, you can't, with your legacy, if you go back and win, then your legacy, you got to win without them. So then Jimmy Butler said, I'm not signing with the Warriors long term. And then all of a sudden it changed, and the Warriors gave up a couple pieces. Andrew Wiggins, some other players, not really big, and they got Jimmy Butler. Now, the funniest part about the drama to me is going to be Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green. They're either going to come like this, or they're going to be spread apart.
You know what's going to be even funnier? When Jimmy Butler screams he wants to get out of Golden State in about maybe a couple months.
Yeah. Yep. But I mean, as a trade so far, I like it. I like it for the Warriors. I know a lot of people don't. The Warriors are, I think, in 11th place right now. That takes a lot off of Steph. A lot off of Steph. And is because Jimmy Butler, and that also takes a lot off of Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler doesn't have to lead the team and everything. So I'm not saying they're going to make a run, but no, the Lakers may make a run, but the Warriors will get it definitely in the playoffs. But I don't see them going much further than that. The Miami Heat suck.
Yeah, they're done.
Did you? Yeah, y'all saw the video of how the Miami Heat players were informed that Jimmy Butler was traded.
It was a fan screaming in the stands, wasn't it?
Yeah, from a fan. The Bucks made a couple deals. Nothing was very great. They traded Kuzma to the
Kuzma for Chris Middleton.
Yeah, that was a weird trade.
Mm-hmm.
Sam over there munching away his Super Bowl party supply, didn't bring enough to share with all of us.
I don't give a shit.
Bucks deal with Clippers Porter. They also deal for Kuzma. I'm not sure about that trade. Kuzma and Middleton play very similar positions, even though Kuzma's younger, more athletic. Kuzma doesn't shoot as well. I don't think his defense is as good. And so I don't know about that trade.
A downgrade.
Yeah, I say the same thing. I don't think that's a very good trade. I'm not sure. And then the Kevin Porter trade, that doesn't really move any needles. People don't remember Kevin Porter was that guy that he got drafted like in Houston or whatever. I think he got drafted by the Cavs and then ended up being traded to Houston because they didn't want to play with him. And then he basically got kicked off the team or suspended from the team due to some off the court issues, and now he's trying to make his way back in. Not a needle mover.
What about was it Kevin Huerter to the Cavs?
Yeah, not a Kevin Huerter was with Atlanta. He got traded a couple times. I think he went to the Wizards, the Kings. He went to a whole bunch of places. If I'm not mistaken, especially this season, this offseason. But he's a shooter. You got
a depth piece for them.
You got. I always think this is funny. The Pacers receive a 2026 second-round pick. The Raptors receive James Wiseman and cash considerations. What is cash considerations? How much cash are we giving them? Is it like cash for like enough to buy a copy machine?
No, it's enough to get a coffee from Starbucks.
So this trade was a little weird. The Pistons acquire Dennis Schroeder because Dennis Schroeder got traded to the Jazz from the Warriors. They acquired Lindsey Waters in a 2023 second-round pick. They gave up KJ Martin and Josh Richardson. They just received both of those in another trade. KJ Martin they got from the Sixers, and then 2 second-round picks. The usual trade. Clippers, yeah, that's a weird trade. Tyrese, DeAndre Hunter to the Cavs, that was a good trade. Suns, I don't care about that trade. Suns trade Cody Martin and receive Cody Martin for your Steph no chicks. Davion Mitchell had a he was going to be good for the Kings. I thought he was going to be the second person to play next to Fox, and then he just went downhill. Oh,
I'm so confused with this cat.
I don't know what. I'm not sure what my Sixers are doing.
Can we go back to the Wiseman trade for a second?
Yeah.
He got waived.
Yeah, they just wanted the cash.
I'm so confused by this. How much did they get for him? How much?
$1 million.
All right, Dr. Evil, take it easy.
So my Sixers traded Reggie Jackson and a 2026 first-round pick for Jared Butler. I don't understand my fucking team. Oh, I don't. The Lakers. So the Lakers, listen, the Lakers traded 3 players and 1 pick for Luka Doncic. They traded 2 players, a pick, and a pick swap for Mark Williams. Like, how do you get Luka for less than you get Mark?
Because Dallas is stupid.
Raptors land Brandon Ingram. I feel sorry for Brandon Ingram.
Well, the one guy was traded 4 times in 24 hours.
Yeah, that's happened multiple times. Because of the fact that they get
just hang out at the airport. Like just take a seat and hang out, and we'll let you know by the end of the day where the fuck you going. Like, you started in LA and then you're going to end in Detroit, but you're going to have 17 flights in between.
So basically, the money the Raptors got was the rest of the money off of James Wiseman's contract.
So how much was that? Not much.
I don't fucking know still. I'm still trying to figure that out. But basically, what it sounds like is they just gave them money to cut him.
Okay, so Dennis Schroeder is a real estate agent now. His real estate agent has to be a millionaire. So he was traded from the Heat to the Heat with Dennis Schroeder, and then he was traded to, I think, the Jazz. So Dennis Schroeder compares. See, this is why I hate people. People are fucking dumb. He compares the NBA trade deadline to slavery. It's like modern slavery. It's modern slavery at the end of the day. Everybody can decide where you're going, even if you have a contract. Yeah, of course, we make a lot of money, but we can feed our families. But shut the fuck up, bitch. You're from Germany. Shut the fuck up.
That's why there's no trade clauses.
Yeah, no, that's what. Yeah, exactly. But most teams don't give him no more. So he ended up getting shipped to Salt Lake City.
So I'm looking at the cash consideration. It was $2.4 million, and I guess it also creates a $2.2 million trade player exception.
Oh, so he went from New York. He was in from New York to LA. LA actually just traded for him. And then he got traded to Miami, and then he got traded to Salt Lake. What were we saying? I'm sorry, Sam. I forgot.
So the Pacers basically gave, I guess they cleared up $2.2 million after that trade.
Oh, nice.
So enough for a Starbucks.
Yeah.
$1 million. You were close, buddy, when you said $1 million.
And then
KJ Martin,
coming back.
KJ Martin and Josh Richardson.
Okay.
Wait, now he's in Detroit.
That's what I said. He was traded 4 times.
Yeah, god damn.
He went from LA. He went from California, 2 stops, and then he ended in Detroit.
Yeah, from Cal. Oh my god. So KJ Martin and Josh Richardson were both traded twice as well, because they were traded from the Sixers. So, and the biggest trade to me is the Fox trade.
Yeah, so Fox went to the Spurs. Zach LaVine was the Bulls. What the hell did the Bulls get?
Nothing. They got their first round back.
They got a bag of chicken?
They got a bag of stale chips.
Yeah, so they got nothing. Really, honestly, just the 2 Fox, which I feel sorry for DeMar DeRozan. Because DeMar DeRozan left Chicago. He said, I don't want to play with y'all no more. And then the Bulls said, here, take Zach LaVine with you. I think this is probably the best trade. I think this trade is going to be the most significant. And I think this trade we will see results immediately. Like the Lakers, they may need to make some more moves. They could definitely go. They're the 5th seed when they made the trade. So they can definitely get up and do a run. And they could run to the playoffs depending on if Luka's healthy and make it to the conference finals or even the finals. Because OKC, Houston, all of them are a little bit younger. But I think this trade, Fox and Victor. So and with Chris Paul coming off and they still have Steven Castle. They still have Devin Bethany. They still have they really didn't trade anybody. And they're what? So they are 12th, but they're 3 games out of 10th, which the Kings are, and they're 6 games out of 7th, 7th games out of 6. So there's, in my mind, there is a place in time where in the near future where the Spurs go on a run and get in the play-in, win a play-in game, get to the playoffs, and then that's deadly. What are you gonna do with a 7'3" guy in the playoffs?
Put 2 guys on each other's shoulder.
That's deadly.
Punch him in the nuts without bending down.
Jeremy, punch him in the nuts without bending down.
Straight. I don't have to move, just straight.
Hey, side note, did you guys know that Napoleon Dynamite was based off of a town in eastern Idaho?
Really?
Yeah, I found that out. I also think when I drove 4 hours on Thursday. I think I was driving along that Oregon Trail.
Were you in a covered wagon?
No. I was not.
You didn't take your last campsite with you?
No, I did not. I did not take my last campsite with me.
I don't know why this popped up on my Twitter feed, but it's just showing Dan Orlovsky being a bitch.
Dan Orlovsky is so annoying.
Well, he doesn't want to eat any of the food in New Orleans, but it's like, fuck. That's like some
because he has a weird way that he eats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called being a white person.
Where the fuck is the route out? So yeah, based off of this route in Idaho, because that's all it's fucking known for. That's all Idaho's known for is the Oregon Trail. Because I stopped and looked at this one spot, and there was like all these historical sites. It was like outpost here, outpost here. So yeah, the Oregon Trail, U.S. Highway, the Great Salt Lake, Hudson Bay. Yeah. So what are they now? Yeah, Hudspeth cutoff. I see established in 1849. I saw that. Yeah, so Pocatello, Idaho, all these places where it's at is where I go. Yeah, that's funny. Okay, so I think the Fox to the Spurs was one of the biggest trades that a lot of people are not talking about. I think that's going to show the quickest results. I do think the Lakers can make a run. I think the Warriors can make a semi-run. But I do, if the Lakers don't make a run, I think this is going to be the year in the NBA where we get where it's all young teams. Because, like, for instance, the top 6 in the West: Thunder, Grizzlies, Nuggets, Rockets, Lakers, Timberwolves. Thunder, Grizzlies, Rockets, and Timberwolves are all young.
Yeah.
Then you go to the Eastern Conference. You have Cavs, Knicks, Pacers, Bucks, Pistons. Oh, I forgot Celtics. Cavs, Celtics, Knicks, Pacers,
You
Bucks.
forgot
Pistons.
them because you hate them.
Yes, exactly. All young. So even though the Cavs aren't young because they have Donovan Mitchell, but there are other stars: Evan Mobley, Darius Garland. The Knicks have Jalen Brunson, so they're not technically young. They also have OG Anunoby. Plus, they have Karl Anthony Towns. They're not young. The Pacers, they not really. About 4 or 5 years in, but the Pistons are young. So I just think this might be the year that we have a lot of young teams that play.
Also, the Cavs have Jared Allen, who's like 31, I think.
Yeah, but they're main stars. Oh, I'm talking about like
Donovan Mitchell, Garland, and Mobley. Garland and Mobley
are on their just hitting their second contract. So Pistons, they're young stars. Like, don't get me wrong, the Knicks aren't young because their stars are not young.
Brunson, Hart, and
they're a young team.
Oh yeah, Mikal Bridges was there too. I forgot about Mikal.
Yeah. So, all right. Last thing we're gonna talk about before I have to get off and get ready and finish and head my ass to work. Super Bowl. Did you guys see any of the Super Bowl festivities?
No.
Just Jameis Winston's stuff.
Yeah, I only watched Jameis Winston.
Dude, I love Jameis Winston's interviews. Even though I really don't like him. Like, it's not like I just look at him and go, you're corny. But
that's a W. Let's go eat a W.
Yeah, that's what team did I go for? I think the New York Giants. I'm gonna say the same thing I say every year. We're having fun. I understand this. There's a lot of fun shit, but we don't need the teams there for a full week for media week. If all y'all gonna do is put little kids in their face and put random ass fucking interviewers up there that nobody gives a fuck about, I don't. Some of the questions they get asked, some of this, like a dude asked Jalen Hurts, my wife said, you could help me make me better looking. What is that? And Jalen Hurts looks like a fucking vampire, basically.
It's like the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
That's what I'm saying. So what are we doing here, guys? What are we doing? Like we got professional players about to play in the Super Bowl, and you got little kids, not those little mouth breeders. They're sitting up there talking. Fuck them kids. They're talking about, oh, well, what? I don't know what they're talking about because I didn't watch it. And then you got other people coming up going, oh, well, what do you like about this? What's your favorite food? Bitch, we don't care.
This is like stuff you ask players at a Pro Bowl.
Yeah, it has gotten so bad, in my opinion, that all I do is want to watch the game and get it, and that's it. I don't care about all of the others. Like, I used to actually like press row when they told Tom when they would have it, and it was, I don't want to say it was taken more serious, but they still had fun with it. Like, you still had people come up, like when that little kid said, who's your hero, to Tom Brady. Great moment. But there was one or two, not all of Nickelodeon. I think a lot of these people don't even watch the sport. I think a lot of these people don't even watch it because they be asking dumb questions.
Yeah, like James.
So that's my take. Fuck the Super Bowl festivities. Fuck them kids. And fuck all those influencers that go there.
Well, this is why you need Bill Belichick at this, because he just shoots down all those questions.
Yeah.
Like, you ask the question, he's like, I'm not focused on that right now. Ask me about what's going on.
Yeah. Now, in our 9th and Sports Rush, of course, he can go there. He can do his thing. Have fun. I hope you have a blast. But yeah, just a lot of the stuff that they're doing. I've been bitching about this for a couple years. It's just not entertaining to me. I'm a football fan. It's a Super Bowl. You don't need casual fans. Oh, well, we need to get people to watch this shit that don't have it on. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I don't know if you heard Bill Burr, if you know who that is, like a while back. Oh, he did an interview about the Super Bowl. He's like, no, I'm not going to Super Bowl parties. I want to go. I want to watch the game. I don't care. Yes. He records it, fast forwards through the commercials, and just watches the game.
That's why I don't like going to Super Bowl parties either, especially with my teams in them. All right, Super Bowl picks. We know who I'm going with. Going with KC. All day, every day. I've made my pick. If I'm going to say, is it going to be a close game? This is the thing. If it's a close game, I think we win. 100% think we win. I would love a blowout. I'm tired of this close game.
Bradbury is going to hold Juju Smith-Schuster again?
Again, something like that's going to happen. I bet you they'll be wearing white or red gloves this year. So, of course, I'm going to say the Chiefs. I'm going to say the Chiefs win by 10. I'm going to say at some point in time, they're going to the Eagles are going to be driving. They're going to get stopped. We're going to end up kicking a field goal instead of giving because there's enough time left, and then that's how it's going to work, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Jeremy, what is your pick?
I'm going with the hometown team.
The Saints?
They're New Orleans.
Huh?
They're New Orleans.
Yeah, the hometown team is Philly.
Oh, okay. What about you, Sam?
I think Bane is going to show up and just like kind of cave in the football field, and then it's going to have to get postponed to never, and they just give the trophy to some random person.
No, they just give it to us for back to back.
Yeah. If I had to actually pick,
that'd be on par for how their seasons go.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll pick the Chiefs.
I need the refs to keep that same energy.
I saw a report. Roger,
don't worry, they will. Now you definitely know they will because the refs union is pissed off that everybody thinks that they're cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen so many reports about that.
So it's going to be even worse in the Super Bowl. So now they're going to prove a point that they are cheating,
and you can't do shit about it. All right.
You're offensive. Your mother was offensive when she didn't abort.
I don't know if you know this, but sometimes when you talk shit, you close your eyes a little bit longer. So it's not like a blink. You'll be like, your mother was offensive.
Yeah, when she didn't abort them.
All right. Anybody got any closing statements, anything they want to say before we hop off and I go spend 4 hours in hell?
Well, can you at least tell us if hell is warm when you're there?
Oh, yeah. It's 60, 70 degrees here.
Yeah, we're dropping fast. We were at like 40. We're at 31 right now. 10 inches of snow tomorrow, baby.
I left 26 degrees.
Yeah, I figured you did.
Yeah, I'm not liking this weather at all. So hopefully I don't get sick.
Hopefully you're not showing up to Delaware anytime soon when it's the winter. Maybe in the springtime.
We haven't talked about it. So I talked to my VP about it. I told him the pitch, and we'll see what happens.
So do you actually want this area or no?
So I've never been to Delaware. So why would I not go to Delaware on the company's dime?
Fair enough. You know what? It's fair.
I fly into Philly. So because Dover's an hour away from Philly.
So you could fly in, get fentanyl, and then go to Delaware.
I could fly in, watch a Sixers game, and go to Delaware the next day. Do you see what I'm saying? My sister lives in New York. So she
For some reason, Jeremy really wants fentanyl.
And then you don't live far. So
no,
like it's one of those things where like I could seriously say, babe, meet me in New York on Friday. And we spent a weekend in New York with my sister. And the only thing we had to pay for was her plane flight.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah. And
I'll meet you in New York. Okay? I'll meet you in New York.
So that's the thing. I've never been there. They have cherry blossom trees. I know that. So I've never been there. So it's like, yeah, why not have...
You have to go during that time.
I know that.
Yeah, that's like the springtime is when you got to
I know that. So I'm hoping they hurry up and say yes. Otherwise, I'm going to be like, we can wait for another year.
You could go to DC for that, too.
Yeah, I know.
Well, it also might be nice to go in the fall because then you can watch all the leaves come down.
And Delaware has a lot of hiking stuff.
Anywhere other than Las Vegas has a lot of hiking stuff. Just FYI.
I know.
Yeah, he's not wrong. Literally, you just have to go anywhere else.
Any other state has hiking stuff.
And I used to tease a dude that worked at the bank because he was from Delaware. I'm like, nobody's from Delaware. He's like, I'm like, that's a make-believe state. He's like, shut up, Eric. I used to tease his ass all the time. Like the whole bank got in on it. They'd be like, where are you from again, Day? He's like, are you guys serious? I'm like, seriously, has anybody ever met anybody from Delaware? Day's like, I'm like, that doesn't count. You're making it up. So now it's just one of those things where, yeah. Like I mean,
realistically, also, if you didn't know me, would you know anyone in this state?
No, I said I used to say that about Connecticut too till I met Sam. So like, it's really like Rhode Island. Who the fuck knows about anybody from Rhode Island?
What's funny is I'm not even from Connecticut. I'm from New York.
I know, but you live in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I got to get off. I got to hop out. Get out. Anybody want to say anything before we go?
No, I'm good.
Jeremy, we're going to the keg for the Super Bowl. I don't know if you want to come.
Isn't he going to be in Seattle?
No, he's leaving Thursday.
Oh.
I leave Thursday.
Yep. All right, Jeremy, whenever you're ready, take us out.
Put me in, coach.
Peace.